Two of the most hyped phones for the year, the Xiaomi 14T Pro and the Galaxy S24 FE, go head to head in this showdown. Which one captures the best photo, whether you're shooting in the daylight, capturing portraits, or recording videos? I'm going to be pushing these two phones to their limit and only one can impress. The result? Well, you won't believe what I've discovered. And if you're wondering which smartphone deserves your money, well, stick around to the end because this is the ultimate test you've been waiting for. But first, hi, I'm Captain Awesome. This is Geekception. I really hope you hit that like button and subscribe as it really helps me out here on the channel. And this is the front camera test at night for both the Xiaomi 14T Pro and the Galaxy S24 FE, and now I'm in total complete darkness here. It's really dark, and behind me I have the KL tower there as well as the Petronas twin towers, the KLCC behind me. And yes, so I am both recording both of this on 4K 30 I believe, and let me know what you think of the quality. I'm not gonna lie, the S24 FE here does not look great. I'll tell you that much just looking at it in the viewfinder here. I seem to be lagging a bit, and the 14T Pro is not even as great too, but I think it looks a whole lot better. Let me know what you feel in the comment section on there below, as well as the audio. I've been switching both audios between the two of them, so let me know what you feel there as well. Let's start with a quick rundown of the specs of both these phones. The Xiaomi 14T Pro has a 50 megapixel main camera with Leica, a 50 megapixel 2.6 times optical zoom telephoto camera, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera. On the front you have a 32 megapixel camera. Going to the S24 FE, and you have a 50 megapixel main camera, a 8 megapixel 3 times optical zoom camera, which is a bit narrower than the Xiaomi, and on the front you have a 10 megapixel camera. That actually surprised me. Now let's get into the daylight photos, which is where I think both phones perform well, but with noticeable differences. At the ultra wide, the S24 FE offers a wider angle that fits more into the frame, but it also introduces some edge distortion that warps the corners, which means that yes, you'll be getting some ultra wide photos with the S24 FE, but the 14T Pro renders the images better in my opinion. Also, when it comes to contrast, the 14T Pro delivers more contrast even without HDR enabled, which makes the scene pop, but sometimes the punchy contrast feels a bit too strong, especially under harsh lighting. But I'd say I prefer this look over the S24 FE that, yes, while it does have good HDR as well, sometimes the images just end up looking a little bit too flat for my liking. And good morning. I am just walking on a early Kuala Lumpur morning, and just right off the bat I can already see that on the S24 FE my background is not blown out compared to the 14T Pro right there. You can see it, like those buildings in the background, the sky there. So definitely the S24 FE holds well in the highlights and even in my skin tone as well. I like how my skin tone is looking. Oh, that's very loud. I like how the skin tone is looking on the S24 FE compared to the Xiaomi 14T Pro there. But yeah, I'm just walking, I'm switching the audio. There is wind, I can feel wind on my hands right now, so let me know how it is when it comes to the wind as well. But yeah, it's very bright out, so I'm just going to go into there so you see how it's going to look against the backlit there. And yeah, there is no comparison here. The S24 FE is definitely blowing the 14T Pro. Just from what I'm seeing here, all the highlights are saved, and of course you have that HDR look here on the 14T Pro, which I think, sorry, not on the 14T, on the S24 FE. Oh my god, it's so confusing to say all of these names one after the other. But I think the 14T Pro will let the background blow out to retain some kind of contrast, as opposed to the S24 FE, which I think will just make everything like the same kind of brightness, which in this situation works quite nicely. As you can see in the background is the KL tower there, and yeah, no comparison here. But let me know what you think in the comment section down there below. Now, when it comes to color reproduction, the S24 FE leans a bit warmer, while the 14T Pro has this bluish tint, and it boosts saturation a lot, especially in the Leica vibrant mode that I was in. Which means that on the 14T Pro, it was great for landscapes, but not always for portraits. Now, when it comes to the zoom camera, the 14T Pro's 5x telephoto camera clearly wins here, offering sharper details and better range compared to the S24 FE's 3x camera. And I found this to be true both in daylight and night photography. And when it comes to white balance and exposure in certain scenes, especially cloudy environments, I would say the S24 FE's warmer tones made the scene feel more accurate, while on the other hand, the 14T Pro can sometimes add a little bit too much blue, especially in shadowy areas or cooler lighting. And I would say when it just comes to sunlight or bright daylight photos, I prefer the white balance on the S24 FE most of the time. And this is the back camera night test in UHD 60 here. Now for both these cameras, I'm just gonna do a pan of the KL skyline there. Let me know what you feel when it comes to noise, when it comes to, you know, the detail as well. And one thing to note here is that using 4K 60 on both these cameras, on the S24 FE, I kind of forgot my lines there, and also on the Xiaomi 14T Pro, you lose the ability to just tap the next focal length. And sure, I can, you know, tap at least on the 14T Pro, I can zoom in like this, you know, it's this rotary thing here, but on the S24 FE, I cannot even do that. I'm just locked to the 1X camera here. So that's something to take note of. And this is if we're going to complete darkness. This is how it's going to, you know, look like. And that is it with some backlights there. And I can hear some fireworks. But yes, let me know what you think of, you know, the night camera test here. And just from me looking behind here, the S24 FE doesn't look as good as the Xiaomi 14T Pro, but that's exactly what I felt the last time I did this test versus the A55, and I felt the A55 pulled ahead when I reviewed the clips later. But yeah, you let me know which one looks nicer to your eye here. Now moving on to portraits, let's see how both phones perform when it comes to human subjects. And the S24 FE really excels here, offering more natural skin tones and realistic depth of field for a smoother background blur. And while the 14T Pro is capable of strong background blur, sometimes it overdoes it, making portraits feel a little bit too unnatural sometimes. Now, while both phones handle close-up very well, I would say I could get a little bit more closer with the 14T Pro here compared to the S24 FE. And as with most things, you can tweak all of these and you can definitely be able to get better shots on both these two phones. And when it came to the night photo test here, initially I couldn't actually tell the difference when I looked at it on both the phone's displays. So I had to bring it to my computer and then examine it there. While in some shots, also the S24 FE here also holds its ground very nicely. And something that surprised me was in that some low light shots, especially at the telephoto, the S24 FE actually performed better than the 14T Pro, which was shocking to me. But as for general night photos, I don't think you can get a bad photo out of these two phones. And for a back test, this is both phones. Since I'm near a road, it's really, really loud. But let me know what you think of not just the audio quality, but also the stabilization as well. Now, I'm recording both these phones in 4K 60, and this bus is gonna go by. And there's that really bright building up there. See how both handles it. I really cannot see anything on the phone like right now, but yeah, let me know what you think of both the video quality and the audio quality. And I'm not trying to be stable at all, I'm just holding these two phones side by side. Let me know which look you kind of prefer here. Like, let me try to see if I can like get close to something so you can see like how that detail works there. And let's go back. And yeah, this is sunny Kuala Lumpur. I'm really sweating right now. Like, you have no idea. It's so humid in this town. But yeah, this is just a typical Malaysian, you know, side lot with all the restaurants and everything. It's really beautiful, and you can like have breakfast. You can have like supper at night. Very, very nice, and lots of motorbikes. But yeah, let me know what you think of both phones here and which one you're going to be picking. So after testing these two phones, here's my verdict. I'll say for the strengths of the 14T Pro, it has more punchier contrast, vibrant colors, the zoom is very sharp. While for the S24 FE, the strengths include having warmer tones, better portrait performance, and overall more balanced night photos, I feel. For weaknesses, I would say the 14T Pro has, you know, overly saturated colors in some scenes and some slightly unnatural blur, especially in portraits. While for the S24 FE, there is edge distortion on that ultra-wide lens and slightly flatter colors, especially in daylight. And for photography in varied lighting conditions, I prefer the white balance of the Galaxy S24 FE here, while I like the colors and just the punchier contrast of the 14T Pro. So if you're after that punchy image with lots of vibrant colors, then the 14T Pro is for you. But if you're preferring like a sort of all-rounder, which is not great at, you know, any one thing, but you can trust that it will always get you a good photo, then the S24 FE is a good bet here. Okay, moving on to video. And the strength of the 14T Pro is that it has better night video quality overall, especially on the front and the back cameras. Also, it has the ability to zoom while recording in 4K 60, which is a big plus. And as for the S24 FE, I would say the daytime video, there is no contest here. It absolutely whoops the 14T Pro's It also has AI features like the AI slow motion, which you can use as a creative tool, with it also having an overall better stabilization, which I think is quite smooth. And for weaknesses, I would say the 14T Pro still has that jitter, especially when I'm walking, which can be very distracting. And on the S24 FE, the front camera at night struggles a lot with it coming out as a fuzzy water painting mess, making the footage very, very hard to watch. And for overall video preference, I would say the 14T Pro for night videos, but in the day, no contest whatsoever. The S24 FE here for day videos. So taking all of this into account, which phone am I going to go for when it comes to the camera? Is it the 14T Pro or is it the S24 FE? And I would have to say, all things considered, I would still pick the 14T Pro because of, the Leica cameras here, the customization, some of the color things that I've mentioned, I can customize with it, all the profiles that Leica gives you here with Xiaomi. So yeah, I think this will still be my overall camera, but hey, over to you. What camera would you pick? Is it the S24 FE or is it the 14T Pro after you've seen all of the samples and the videos and the tests and everything? And I try to be as detailed as I can be. Please let me know in the comment section down there below. And since you're already there, don't forget to, give it a like there, give this video, a follow or subscribe so that you don't miss any of the future content I'll be making about either of these devices. Go into the comment section there and let me know what are some of the videos you want me to make about this phones here as well. And I'll probably put it into my pipeline. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it so much. If you want to support what I'm doing here, I have a PayPal. I have, you can buy me a coffee. You can use memberships here on YouTube. And most importantly, you can text me when you get home so I know you got home safe. Because why? I've been your captain of awesome. This is Geekception and I shall catch you next time. Don't forget to stay awesome. Bye. And thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. And if you're new here, this is the place where I just hang out. I tell you about my process behind why I made the video. And for this video, when I got the S24 FE, I automatically knew the phone I wanted to compare it with, which is the 14T Pro, which I've held on to. So I'm glad I'm able to finally make this video, because I made a Galaxy A55 versus S24 FE video and some people were like mad, like, oh, why would you compare this? It's like, bro, like that's the only device I had at the time. But other than that, how has life been? I think published 6 shorts last week and 1 YouTube video, and my initial plan was to publish like 3 videos, but then I discovered that publishing the shorts kind of took away time from making the full YouTube videos I wanted to make. So which is why this week I'm just prioritizing making more long form. So I think I have like 5 videos planned, or 4 videos, maybe realistically 4 videos planned for this week. So do expect all of that. And I think it is 2:30 a.m. I'm not sure if you can see that on my watch. It's like 2:30 a.m. here now. So I'm just trying to wrap up this video so I can go to bed, because I've been working on this all day. But yes, I'm so happy to be able to bring this to you. How have you been? How is your life? And as usual, leave hashtag what is the hashtag? I had a hashtag before in my head, but I kind of forgot. So let's just say hashtag forgot the awesome. Okay, hashtag forgot the awesome. So I know that you made it all the way to the end of this video, so please just let me know what's been going on with you. How is things with you? How is life in general? I would love to know all of that. But yes, I'll catch you on the next one. Don't forget to stay awesome. Yes, I really love you so much and I really want you to take care of yourself. Okay, all right, bye.